Welcome back to Sunday Night in America. The Constitution requires the president shall, from time to time, give the Congress information of the State of the Union. That information need not be given on television or even in person. Presidents used to deliver their assessment of the country in writing with little fanfare, but that has changed. Like the rest of our culture, television and media reign supreme. I sat through 8 State of the Union addresses. The speeches were only part of the story. You can actually tell a lot about the State of the Union by what happens leading up to the State of the Union. The party controlling the House and the party controlling the White House must pick a date. Congress must be in session with few other matters competing for the nation's attention. Before the address, members announce their guest. Each member is allowed one guest. Some members figured out they could get attention by inviting high-profile or provocative guests. And the state of our union, as it relates to politics, is to get all the attention you can possibly get. Then someone must be chosen to deliver the response to the State of the Union. Usually it's an aspiring politician. And like other bad things in life, this practice began to proliferate, and now there are multiple responses to the State of the Union. The progressive picked Congresswoman Rashida Tlaib to give their response, and I cannot wait to hear it. Among other nonsensical things, she believes prison should be abolished in 10 years. So I'll be tuning in to learn where the Unabomber and El Chapo and the man who killed children in a daycare center in Oklahoma City and the man who killed non-black Christians at a church in Charleston, South Carolina, and the 3 men who killed Ahmaud Arbery and the Boston Marathon bomber will be going in 10 years when she closes their prisons. If she really wants murderers out of prison, what a perfect time to tell us whose community they will be released into. The State of the Union will also show you how far Congress has fallen from the constitutional equilibrium. Members of the House will take the floor hours before the address to get their seats on the center aisle. It's demeaning, but illustrative of just how far Congress has fallen. The executive branch is now the most powerful branch of all, and House members will prove it by sitting there for hours like they are waiting on a monarch so they can touch the hem of his suit. And when the president promises to do things with or without Congress, some members of Congress will stand and cheer. The president will talk, Democrats will stand and clap, while Republicans stay seated unless the troops or mom or children are mentioned. Biden will talk tough about Russia while Russia occupies a neighbor and kills civilians. Some Republicans who aspire to be president themselves one day will reflect on their own equivocation and fealty, musing over whether to stand with a nascent democracy or a brutal dictator who poisons his political opponents. Some Democrats will sit quietly and wonder why Russia took Crimea and Ukraine on their watch, if Trump was supposed to be the one so friendly toward Russia. Americans already know the State of the Union. The world is on edge. Our economy is unstable. The country is divided. Crime is rising. The pandemic is lingering. Schools were closed while prisons were opened. We know where things stand, and all the happy talk in the world will not alter reality. We don't care what color outfits members of Congress wear or who sits beside whom. We've seen the drama of torn-up speeches, the micro-protests of skipping the speech altogether, and we are not moved. The State of the Union is not good. So Washington can have its prom night full of self-adoration. The real State of the Union comes in November, and those in power will have to listen and learn what we already know, which is the State of the Union does not suit us, and change is coming.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.